Okay, let's go through some fuel basics. So, fuel cap, very important. The fuel cap comes off so we can put the fuel in. You got to make sure that we have a fuel cap, otherwise when we make a sharp left turn, the fuel will come pissing out and cover cyclists and all kinds of stuff. So, also it's got to be on because if it rains, you can get water contaminants in here, which could break the engine. Basically, under the back, you have a fuel tank. This is where all the fuel is stored. The fuel pump will either be in the tank or in line. All vehicles with a combustion engine have a fuel tank and fuel lines. The fuel lines run under the body, don't really care where they are, but ultimately they come out here. This line is connected to the fuel tank. It goes into this little thing. This has a fuel filter in it, and this has a primer on top. And then it goes from there through this pipe, goes around the side of the engine and comes up to here, which has another fuel filter and a bleed nipple, and then that goes into the engine. If you forget to put gas in the vehicle and it runs out, then you got to put some gas in the tank after you remove the cap, which we don't have, and then you got to come here and you've got to prime it. So what happens is, once you're out of gas, this chamber here will be completely empty, and this chamber here will be completely empty, and then the pump will run dry. Pumps need water to be able, or fuel in this case, to be able to pump. They need a liquid. They're liquid pumps. If there's no liquid in it, it's just air. They'll move air, but it won't start the fuel flowing. So you have to get it primed to make it work. So what you do here is you unscrew the 10mm bleed screw, and then you pump. This is quite hard to do because it's pressurized now. When it wasn't pressurized, it was easy. And then it'll start spurting out a little bit at first, and then you'll get a nice flow of fluid, and then you close it off, and then you keep priming until it starts to feel firm. And then you come up here and you remove this bleed screw. You just loosen it a little bit, and then fuel will piss out. And then again, push on here, and you'll see, once you see fuel coming out, you tighten this up. Then you want to come back here and prime, and it'll start to get really firm. Once it's really firm, you should be good to go. And then you go into the cab. Where did I put the key? You put the key in and turn it 2 turns, but don't start it. So you'll hear the radio come on, the air will come on, and then you can hear like a humming noise coming from the engine. Okay, then you want to wait like 20 seconds, let the fuel start pumping. And after a while, turn the key, and she makes vroom vroom noises.